I keep stressing the fact that it's not an assignment. So you don't have to overthink it. Yeah? Oh wow, that's quite the assignment and I want to see. Just be very low. I love your handwriting, it's amazing. Are you done? When you're done, I love your handwriting, it's amazing. A lot of food. Can you draw the food? Yeah? Okay, draw the food for me. Yes, please. Big bowl of this. Not big. Are you done? Okay. Okay. Okay, I'll probably flattering read them, but okay. Yeah. Just so you know, you're going to read it out to everybody, so anyway. Okay, they're done. Awesome stuff. Read it out.
3 sentences about my mom. 1. My name is Rachel. 2. When I woke up this morning, my mom made the cake which made me happy.
What made the cake? Where is that cake? Why am I not getting any cake? Excuse me, please. Is he your long clothes? Is he your long clothes? I own my long clothes. I started with my long clothes. Go on.
3. I woke up this morning and came for a train. 4. I woke up this morning and came happy for a nice day.
You're done. Yeah. That's a particular style of writing because you literally wrote 3 sentences about our morning, which is fine. But that's the style of writing, and I will get to what style of writing that is in a moment, and that's fine. Anybody else feeling confident about themselves? Go on.
Things I like about my mom. My mom is doing a thing. This morning, my mom cooks food for me. I love to cook food. My mom is the best mom. I love my whole family. They are the best.
Again, because did you hear?
No.
Exactly. Okay, whoever said no, you're my guy. So, again.
Things about my morning. My name is Mia. This morning I woke up. My mom cooked the best food in the world. I love my mom so much. She always takes care of me. I love my family. They are the best.
So I'm not the best, but thanks. I refuse to be offended. I can't ever be offended. You, because you're already done, but you're being shy. Read out.
Okay. My name is Miriam Akudu. I went up. My name is Miriam Akudu. I woke up this morning to a great meal of pap and beans prepared by my amazing mom. Now I am at a life-changing program aimed at improving my skills in writing. Could this day just get any better?
You see? That is the kind of writing. What you is aimed more towards research. You could actually be very good at research. Because you are analytical, you are logical, these are the cold hard facts. I woke up, I ate, you gave me cake, I didn't give anybody, I came here. All of you are born. You are different. You write stories. Love your parents. None of us are not the best, it's fine that way. You, on the other hand, are more journalistic than anything else because it's a mixture of research and talking about yourself. So that's the style of writing. I like that. And that's how I write. So who else is screaming up to it? Because I could do this all day. I could do this all day. I won't because, well, that is showing me that I'm hungry. That's quite depressing. Reminding me that I'm hungry. So who else is up to it? You. I'm just going to do it by force now. You. Yes, you. Looking at me. You in particular in blue. Yes, you.
My name is Judith.
Hello, Judith.
My name is Judith. My mommy is a good woman, and my mommy prepared a breakfast. I wake up this morning to come for the training.
That's fantastic. Straight to the point, logical, factual. It's great, it's great. Yeah. Never mind about your typos, never mind about your exclamation marks and all those things. What I am aiming to do here is to inspire you to actually listen to me when I give you instructions when I'm not physically here. Because I can't work with people that don't want to work with me. As I said, you can't do everything today, but at least if I can inspire you to take it seriously, maybe it can actually do something for you. Because it will take 3-4 months for you to actually to compose entire research articles, blogs, posts. It will take time. It's a long process. I aim to inspire you to listen to me. And then when I come again, you should have gone a little bit further. So I'll come again next month. And then I come again, you should have gone a little bit further. But if you do not want to, there's nothing I can do about it. Most likely, out of the 9 of you, probably only 2 or 3 people will actually take me seriously after 3 months of assignments. Because eventually I stop being so funny and nice. Can she be mean? I think she can be mean. Can she? It's always nice. But that's the problem. I'm going to send somebody cruel to make your lives hard. That sounds very mean for the camera. Yeah. But that's great. So who else is up to it? What? Well, you over there that has been writing for like the longest time. Whatever you've written, read it out loud.
My name is Musa. I woke up this morning late. I did my house chores, ate breakfast, took my bath, got dressed, and came for the training.
I love that. Straight to the point. You on a roll. Okay, you have 2 people to write something. After I've done people, whatever I think you are going to say, even if it's my name, I'll find it. There's no mark that will fail you. Who has this identity? Have you? Have you? That point to you. I like you because you do. Let me join you. Let me join you. No, but this is not done. You.
My name is Julia Irani. Things about my mom. My sister needed me this morning. We all have breakfast together. I prayed to God this morning. I went for the training this morning.
That's very nice. Yeah.
Great.
Priorities. Very important. I'm not going to go down to smart. I'll be feeling very angry. Let's get smarter straight. Yeah. Hello, who else? Except if you are fasting this time. Yeah. So who else should not do it? You read, right?
Mary.
Okay. You. Go on. I can't. Like, there's no hope. I just can't hear you. There's no hope people starting that. So I'm going to focus the camera on you and zoom in. And then say something.
My name is Radiat Azam. When I woke up in this morning, my mom cooked a sweet food for us to eat.
Yeah, and then she drew a picture of the food. Just because she's awesome. So give it to me. Yeah, so she drew a bowl of beans. And that's actually great because then she could actually tell picture of the stories, which is another form of writing. And I was talking about now this road. If you see the roads to my house, it's beautiful. But like the most of our picture is nice and tired and polished. And then your community is left here to assume that you are still human beings and they don't really care. Why? Because the community elders don't care. They care about when they give them money to fix the road, the money disappears. And then the road never fixed. But why does nothing ever get wrong? Because nobody's writing about it. I am somebody that really believes in the power of writing. Even if it's with your phone. How many people are in school? Like how many people are in school? If you have to guess. Close to 1,000 people. Out of 1,000, how many people have phones? Like half. So 500 phones. 200. So let's assume like 300. Yeah, my family should be sure to. Okay, let's assume it's 100 for her foods, yeah? If 100 will take a picture of that food and post it on social media, what are the chances that something gets done? Eventually. If everybody takes a picture of that road every day for 1 year and post it on social media with one hashtag, somebody will pick it up and something will be done. That shows you the power of writing. So my fact that yes, you can make money from it, you can effect change from writing. And I truly believe that you can effect change. Because, see, I'm not from Abuja, yeah? I grew up in Kaduna, yeah, then we moved to Benin, then I'm coming back to Abuja. I'm not from here, and as much as I talk, eventually I'll get tired, I'll go do something else, and the only people that don't left your problems are all of you. So you have to learn how to communicate. There are some people like her that I've seen that I might decide she might learn graphic design instead. Who knows these things? It's a different form of writing. It's a different form of communication. You can use designs. Somebody else, maybe he picks an interest in you and teaches you photography. It's not impossible. And then you can take pictures. If anybody here has the passion for photography and eventually learns it in a year or 2 years, I would buy you the camera myself. Because somebody has to take a picture of that road. But for now, you could use your phones because your phones have cameras. So the excuse that people always give is that we don't have the resources, we don't have this. You have a phone. One person in a class of 1,000 has a phone. What? What? No, it's not. I know it's not. I'm doing video with you too. No, I'm doing it already. Anyway, who hasn't talked, spoken, said anything, said what they wrote? First of all, look at that thing over there. Road is too much. You see that? You know there's a budget for fixing that, right? Why is it not fixed? Nobody's complaining. I was in school, yeah, when a teacher of mine came. Okay, granted this was university, yeah. I'm not saying you have this kind of mind yet, so probably beat you. Yeah, when a teacher of mine came and said that Precious, don't understand anything. This marker doesn't like me. Come on. Yes, I'm lazy. Yes, help me. Yes, I could say that, but that would be easy. Yes, why she figures that out, yeah? A teacher of mine came and said that, let me give you a very good example now, He came and said that the capital of Nigeria is Lagos. That's an example. That's not what he said, but that's an example, yeah? Because in his textbook and his manuals from 1970, that's what they wrote, that the capital of Nigeria is Lagos. But what's the actual capital of Nigeria? Abuja. So I stood up and said, okay, you know what, that's not true. I know your textbook said that, but the capital of Nigeria is not Lagos, it's Abuja. It's an example, that's not what he actually said, yeah? And then he argued with me, and I said, no, somebody won a prize for proving that thing wrong just last year. All you have to do is do a quick Google search. I carried my phone, I showed him a quick Google search, and he said no. That's not what it is, that it is what it is in his book. So exam came, and I knew that this man would bring that question out because of me in particular. So what did I do? Guess what I wrote the capital of Nigeria was? I wrote Abuja. And then he failed me. And I knew he was going to fail me. I was certain he was going to fail me, so I prepared my mind down. So when he failed me, I carried my script. I asked them to remark my scripts, as in mark my results. Went to the HOD, that's the head of my department, like your principal, for instance. Now, sir, this thing, blah, 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 this is wrong, blah, blah, blah. I'm very sure. And the principal was like, okay, blah, 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 blah. Checked it out, saw that I was right. And she said, you know what, we can't really do anything about it, but we're just going to reverse your score. And I was like, no. And they were like, you can't do anything about it. I was like, okay, fantastic. And then thankfully for my generation has social media. I wrote it on social media. And I got people to comment. And I tagged the HOD. I tagged the head of the school. I tagged the chancellor. I tagged the vice chancellor. I tagged everybody on that post. They may be deleted later, but I shall tag everybody on that post. And guess what happened? The lecturer got fired. Just so you know. Why? Because somebody decided to write about it. Because it was trash. Because they were teaching people rubbish and it was reducing the standard of the school. But if nobody says anything and everybody keeps taking it and taking it and taking it, you can't change the world. Just trying to show you little examples in little minute things that writing can actually do for you with the ability to communicate. And not just to communicate, because if you go there and say, I passed my exam, the lecturer didn't pass me, please fix it. Nobody's going to do anything. I wrote that what you are doing in this school defiles the very standard of education that we are given in this country. And if a school that charges millions to its students will still do this kind of mistakes, then what are you not training people of tomorrow to actually believe in? And what kind of thing are you communicating to other people? How are you showing an example to standards? You are not showing an example to standards. That's what you are doing. You are defaming the character of this country, defaming the character of this school, and you have brought the entire nation down by allowing such a mistake to be covered up in such a way. What's the key difference in how I wrote it? How I wrote it, the presentation of authority by knowing how to use words, when to use words. So that this person is articulate with words and the person can take it more seriously. They can't shut you up when you have what to say and it's good. Condoleezza Rice, well, she's American anyway, because everybody that's inspirational these days is American, said that when you are good at what you do, yeah? Okay, sorry now. When you are good at what you do, when you are the best at what you do, it doesn't matter whether you are black, white, purple, green, male, female, hermaphrodite, monkey, no matter what you are, if you are good at what you are doing, if you are the best, they will listen to you. And in case you are afraid, for instance, now maybe you can't actually come out and say the things you want to say outside, you can write a letter anonymously to an organization that publishes these kind of things and still get the change done, to show you the power of writing. But if you send it to them and your writing there is jargon, they are not going to read it. But when they see something quality that comes from somewhere that they don't expect much from, they will read it. Do you agree with me? So, once again, who hasn't read what they did this morning? Only her. Yeah? Is it just you? And please, everybody, put your phones on silent. Thank you very much. Just you. You haven't said anything. What did you do this morning? Read it out to me. And you, my two people have passed. You're not helping me out here. You're not helping me out here at all. Well, maybe you'll be my biggest change of the day, from nothing to everything. Wonders. Yes. Yeah. So if you open the manual, yes, I'm going to get a little bit academical now. Just a little bit. Tad bit academical. Yeah. The very first page, what I wrote there before, how can you make money from writing? You need to go over the options there again. No, the first page, that page, yes, that. So who can read out the first one for me? How can you make money from writing? By what? I explained to you already how they work. Yeah? It's something that you can do. If any of you shows great promise, I will help you publish it. There was a competition I was meant to help you guys apply for. It's a competition with Union Bank. But sadly, I couldn't do the training on time, so my fault. But there are others. I will take all your information and will contact you. And when you block my calls, well, life. Then the second one. Blog posts. Do you know what a blog post is? Yeah? Do you know what a blog post is? Okay. A blog post is something like a newspaper online that belongs to just you. So it's like, that's the best way I can explain it. So you go there and you write articles. And if somebody, like, you can be writing for fun and it shows progress. I used to have this blog when I was in school. I haven't forgotten the name of the blog, but I had it. Promise you. I had a blog in school. And then I was writing there and somebody actually just randomly came across my writing one day and told me, can I write something for him? And I did. And then he paid me 2K. Granted, I should have charged him more, but life. Yeah. So you can actually use it. The reason why blog post is good because, one, you give yourself a routine, you keep writing. There are ways you can open blogs if you have a phone or you have a friend that has a phone. It's very important that even if you don't have a phone, somebody has a phone. And if you can write it and then they give you any time with their phone and the laptop, you can type it out and publish it. So somewhere you can go to, yeah? You want to publish blog posts for free. is that you can go to, in fact, you know what? Okay, you know what? But for now, yeah, you can go to blog. This blogspot now. Yeah, you can go to blogspot. Sport. Is it sports? I really haven't used this in the sports, right? Are you sure? Is it blogspot? Check. I don't want you to write it down. It's not correct. Because I haven't used this in years, but it's a very good place where you can publish stuff for free. You don't even have to have a domain, a website, or anything. There are alternatives like social media that is more straightforward, but if you are writing lengthy articles, you can use this. You know what? Forget that. You can actually use Facebook. Yeah, you can use Facebook. Do you know you can just write stuff on Facebook and leave it there on your personal Facebook? Then someday when somebody comes and meets you and says, do you have a portfolio? Do you know what a portfolio is? I know you probably don't know what a portfolio is, but do you have samples of your writing? You can just carry them to your Facebook page where you are putting things that are not just yourself and pictures, and not just putting the cake you ate this morning. But actually used to do something else. Is everybody following me? If you do not understand anything, please ask me a question. Are you following me? Are you sure? Are you sure? Because people are still in the back seat, nobody knows to hear words. So I used to go to back seat when I was young because I don't want to listen to the lecturer and just sit down there and just ignore everything he's saying. Thinking about break time, food, happiness, cake. Yes. So let's forget about blogspot. You can always use Facebook. For the sake of just writing it and putting it out there, you can tell yourself every Monday I write one paragraph of what is happening in my community. Give yourself rules, give yourself targets. You don't have to write it on the exercise. You can type it out. You can write it on your phone. Do you know how to use phones? Everybody can use a phone. Can use a phone. I love your generation. God, we had like this all those tiny phones. That's all we had when we were young. It's depressing. Very depressing. Like Jesus, primary school people have phones. I love this generation. It's amazing stuff. Yeah, and that's the thing inside. Like you guys have so much more you can do. You have more access than your mothers. I know a couple of people, like my grandmother now, yeah? My grandmother, the reason why I actually like teaching is all because of her. I blame her completely, God rest her soul, yeah? Is that she was a teacher in a time where women were doing nothing in this country. She was a teacher when my mom was not even born, when women were not even allowed to do anything. And do you know how many brothers she had that she put through school by herself? 7. She put 7 boys through school. 7. If that is not a woman that is inspirational, I don't know who is. One woman, years ago, before Nigeria had independence, put 7 brothers through school. So don't let anybody ever tell you down that because you are a girl, you can't do something. Or if you are talking to somebody of authority and they're telling you that, you know what, forget that one, you are a girl, you don't know anything. Write about it. In some way that the person will see it and tag the person on social media, or tag somebody that the person knows on social media, let the person feel stupid by himself. But the best way to do that is when you can communicate words properly. Even if it's 3 sentences, 3 well-crafted sentences can change somebody's life. Okay, an example. Today, I went out to do a training program, and the transport company I used to print out to send the flyers to Abuja messed up, and the person there insulted me. Insert transport company's name here, for instance, now. And then, when I came, the girls gave me the time of my life, and they were very attentive. How can a transport company that presents themselves to be quality crush the dreams of these young girls in the community? Insert transport company's name here. How powerful does that sound to you? Have you ever gone to buy something and the person there was being rude? If enough people write about that person, will the person's character change? I'm just trying to, little things you can do. It appears like I'm doing journalistic writing now. I think I'll just do journalistic writing. Because you can do every form of writing in journalism. You can write books about what's happening in the community. And I think that's like what I might end up doing. Yeah. Makes sense to you? Do I still need to convince you on why you should learn how to write? I seem to convince you. Yeah, more than enough reason to go to teaching you how to actually write, yeah? Alright. Okay, So, the second page. Once you get hungry, let me know so I can give you 15 minutes break to eat food. But if you don't get hungry at all, I will give you double food. Does that make sense? It's like bribe this, we don't stop. Right. Why write? What's the first thing I say she write? Read it. First thing I say she write. To communicate. Second reason, you over there at the back that's just ignoring me again. To remember. You over there. Shy person. The third reason, come on, you can do this. Okay, I'm just going to ignore you for like a minute and then shift the camera away from your shy face. Ever so slightly. I will come back to you. You that refuses to write anything for me, what's the third reason you should write? To entertain. Like me, apparently I'm cracking jokes and I'll just be teaching you. I suck at this, I'm sure. And who else? Who else have I known? This is somebody that will not be happy. You. What's the fifth reason you should write? Persuade. That's to convince, which is what I've been talking about. To persuade somebody that what you are doing is the best option. Like I'm going to write about today so that people can give me money to do this again. Because, well, I'm not made of money and I can't keep doing this alone. Yes, so to persuade. And you are all going to help me out. Because if all of you write an articulate article on why this is important in your handwriting, it's very important you write in your handwriting so that they don't think I wrote it for you. I can convince them to give me money so I can actually do this again. And for more people. Yeah, and then you that reads in Hausa, right? Please open to the page. I need to confirm that my answer decision makes sense. Yes, the next page is in Hausa. It's the same thing that we just wrote, yeah? So read it for me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is that correct? Does that mean what to communicate? The second one. Is that correct too? Third one here. What does that mean? No, stop spying. What does it mean? You want to say now? What does it mean? What? The fourth one means to entertain. The third one means to entertain. That means you rearrange it. And what does the fourth one mean? Don't know. Fifth one? Don't know. But you know that third one means to entertain. Legends, all of you. So back to the formal page. Basis of writing. Yeah, so the basis of writing, yeah? What actually makes your writing stand out from everybody else? To be honest with you, is how well arranged it is, yeah? So we're talking about your commas. Do you know what a comma is? Does everybody know what a comma is? You know what a comma is? You know what a comma is? Tell them what a comma is used for.
The comma is used to separate sentences or items. For example, today I ate beans, comma, yam, and plantains. Used to separate the list. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Do you understand? Everybody follow. And when you are talking, yeah, today I had a great time. That pause when you are talking is a comma. Sometimes it's a full stop, but let's just say it's a comma now. But that pause, sometimes imagine yourself talking as you're writing. Can you read what you're writing? Because for instance now, it's like saying, today I ate beans, yam, agric, fowl, egg, and everything without any pause. Does that sound like you're communicating properly? No. Today I ate beans, yams, plantains, cake, without giving us Fanta, Coke, a bottle of water. Why does it sound articulate? Because what you are separating it. Then a full stop, which was the first one, but I like commas more. Does everybody know what a full stop is? You know what's this? Yes, it is. It's like it can also be used in case somebody's saying rubbish and you're like, you know what, this is over. And you're done with that person and the trash that they're saying. So for instance now, and you can use a full stop in sentences, in the middle of sentences for dramatic effects. That's level at which this place is decaying is absurd. Full stop. Sounds more powerful because you're not even able to say anything again. And that's after you've written everything, you now put full stop. And then that's the conclusion, which we'll come back to. But does everybody follow what that is? You know what? Hyphen, semicolon, semicolon. Nah. Okay, question mark. Yeah. You know the question mark is used for? I think it. To ask a question. So in writing, yeah, question mark is used to end a question. So they know that's actually a question. Eh? What is your name? Full stop. Does that make sense? What is your name? Comma. You understand? This is a straightforward question, so it doesn't carry as much effect, eh? Okay, point us now. What sounds like a question but isn't the question? What isn't the question but sounds like a question unless you put it for mark? So put a full question mark.
Hope you are better.
Well, yeah, exactly. Hope you are fine. That's not a question, yeah? If I write it like that with a full stop. Hope you are fine. Yeah? Okay. It's a question. It's still a question. What is in the question that sounds like a question, but it doesn't sound like a question, but it's a question? Okay, you know what? An example, eh? I can use an example to a degree, eh? Come with me. With a full stop, is that a question? Say these two sentences, yeah? Say these two sentences. What makes the question? Yeah, because sometimes it can seem oblivious, like it can seem normal, it can seem ridiculous. That of course there should be a question mark. But when it comes to things like this now, it doesn't sound like a question without a question. So this little thing shows you the power of punctuations. I'm trying to use the most generic punctuations before I go into the other ones that people will get bored. Oh. So they can slide away from this, and we go to parts of speech, which you probably all know about, right? Does everybody know what a noun is? What? You know what a noun is? Are you bored already? You can be bored, it's fine, I'm quite bored. What a noun is? Yeah. It's old school, but it does the thing. You know what a pronoun is? You don't have to say it out. You know what it is, just say yes or no. If you don't, I will explain. You know what a pronoun is? No? Pronoun? But I do understand this is primary school. You know what it is?
A pronoun is a word used instead of a noun.
Yes, fair enough. It's quite generic, but as I said, it does the job. He, she, instead of saying Dennis is a great guy, the teacher is a great guy. Verbs, adverbs, I'm very sure you know that I'm trying to not bore you too much because, as I said, we'll do this in more detail. Yeah? So, my favorite part of everything is talking about what I was talking about before, writing styles. Just flip until you see writing styles. Do you want a break now? Okay, writing styles. Has everybody found writing styles? Okay. Who is confident enough to read the entire paragraph, not the whole page, just that first paragraph? Who has, you that didn't write anything for me, you are reading it, and out loud, and you're standing up. Yeah? Hey, come. No, the entire paragraph. Remember, writing is communication. Come.